Hello and welcome to the 2-minute series. The topic for today is debt restructuring. Now, once we've understood that what NPA is and how big the problem of surmounting NPAs vis-a-vis Indian banks is something that is there, then what becomes important is that we understand that what is the RBI doing in this regard. How is it managing this issue of NPA? You should know that NPA is to the tune of approximately 2 lakh crore, and this is the major cause of concern vis-a-vis Indian banks at present. So some schemes are there which are involved for curbing this particular problem of NPA. One of them is corporate debt restructuring, and the second is strategic debt restructuring, which we shall be discussing later. Now, coming to corporate debt restructuring, what happens in this scheme is that it is a voluntary scheme. It is a non-statutory mechanism under which financial institutions and banks restructure the debt of companies facing financial difficulties. Now, how is this restructuring done? That we can understand with the help of an example. Suppose a loan was what was given for 10 years, and this was probably given at a rate of interest of 10%. Now, suppose this particular loan that was given has turned into an NPA. So this is what now banks can now restructure. They can maybe make this loan into a 20-year loan, and they can change the rate of interest to suppose 5%. So this kind of restructuring is what is known as corporate debt restructuring. Because this is done for big companies, it is known as corporate debt. Next, what is important is strategic debt restructuring. Now, in strategic debt restructuring, what happens is that this scheme was something that was introduced by the RBI in the year 2015 to let banks recover their loans from ailing companies by facilitating conversion of outstanding loans into a majority shareholding in the defaulting companies. Now, what happens is that this loan that was outstanding is what is converted into shares of that particular company, and these are what are sold in the share market to recover the loans that this particular company has taken from the bank and on which it has defaulted. So that is what is strategic debt restructuring. In corporate debt restructuring, the loan itself is changed, whereas in strategic debt restructuring, it is converted into shares. Another thing that is important is that now the RBI has cancelled both this corporate as well as strategic debt restructuring. They have been eliminated in the year 2018, but still some idea of these two schemes is what becomes important for us. So that's all for today. I thank you all for watching the video.